Cage, driver by driver breakdown. I am Ryan, joined as always with Sterling. Uh, we're on to another, once again, road course.
Boo.
Probably the most exciting racing of the weekend was Ryan Timms taking home the King's Royal.
You mean the
Or
Knoxville
Knoxville
Nationals?
Nationals. Yeah. Knoxville Nationals. Sorry, I effed that up. I was actually at the bow shop yesterday. I was wearing my Kyle Larson hat, and this guy was talking to me about he was at the King's Royal, and I had the King's Royal on my mind for some reason. But that was cool. He was giving me shit.
That makes me think. I thought it was pretty funny. The pit reporter for the Outlaws last night was like, "This could be Logan Schuchart's biggest win of his career," and it's like, buddy, he won the $1 million Kings Royal. Like,
Yeah. We I didn't get to watch. What was it on? Dirt Vision or?
yeah,
Yeah, I don't have Dirt Vision, but congrats to him. I saw he's 18. Like, that's cool. You know, you said he's a very rich man to begin with, so.
yeah, his family either owns or is a very big part of some trucking company. Like his grandpa was the president of it, his dad's the CEO, so I would assume they
Oh,
own it.
okay. Well,
But
that's
the
cool.
kid seems to be pretty fucking humble and whatnot, and the talent's there, so.
Oh, good. And then I saw the 15-year-old won the ARCA race. When they said that kid was going to race ARCA, I was like, holy cow, but he did it.
He got kind of lucky in a sense because Brent Cruz absolutely dominated that race and had a
I did see
wardage
that.
issue with a lap to go.
Yeah, I did see that part, but yeah, I mean, that's cool for him. I
But
mean,
I mean, Chris Wright almost won that ARCA race, so like
oh
I
man,
was
old
sitting
Chris
in
Ray.
Discord ready to be like, okay, someone in here needs a fucking ARCA ride because Chris Wright just fucking won. He finished third.
However, I got to give him a little bit of credit. He is from PA.
Yeah, only like half an hour from us actually, maybe a little
Yeah,
more.
I know. I saw that on one of the streams or was watching a race, and where is it? Wexford? Where is he from?
Indiana.
Indiana. Okay. I was like, oh, well, I mean, that's cool. I wish it was somebody other than Chris Wright, but no offense to
Yeah,
Chris Wright, but it's cool to see somebody local, I guess,
it
even if
would
it
be
is.
cool if they would get some type of series at Wampum,
Yeah.
Pittsburgh International.
Yep. I agree, but we won't spend too much time on that. We are, like I said, on another road course. That absolutely is a big blow and a bummer for Connor Zilic. I mean, what a freak accident that was.
Big blow, literally.
Yeah, that was scary. You sent me that video. I didn't get to watch it till late. I was like, oh my god, like I didn't see it. I didn't see it live or anything like that. But
We were watching live in one of the discords, and the guy that was streaming the race, I missed him actually falling, and I was like, "Go back! I want to see what the fuck happened." And he's like, "I don't know if I really want to go back. Like that was kind of nasty."
it was. You could tell like something wasn't right, and then like all of a sudden his foot finally slipped, and then it like caught, and that was scary. So hopefully, what do they say? A broken collarbone shouldn't
Yeah,
be okay for the playoffs.
I don't know. I looked it up. It said
I
typical
hope
hill time
so.
6 to 12 weeks. So
Oh
it's I don't know
yeah,
how.
hopefully
Like
he's
I
he's
feel like
good to
that
go for the
probably fucks
Xfinity
him.
playoffs.
Honestly, I hope so
I
because I really
I
think
feel like you're right, and that's
I can see him. I mean, I thought he was the clear favorite at the time. So
yeah. So, all right, well, enough, I guess, NASCAR news and everything like that, but we will get into the DFS news here. So, we got Sterling makes up these charts every week. They are, in my opinion, this is the every road course finish this year. So, of course, SVG leads the charge. He's been kicking ass all year. Um, won every race but Coda. Chase Elliott second. which that's actually pretty crazy there because if that 16th was a even an 8th or something, he probably is right up there.
Yeah,
Uh, Reddick actually has been a lot better than I thought.
I was just gonna say Reddick has been the one that kind of shocked me when I looked at this because he hasn't been doing shit the entire season.
No, he hasn't. He's kind of like been really under the radar. I haven't built yet, I will say that, but yeah, I planned on fading out or Reddick, but yeah, this makes me, a little bit more interested. And then of course we got Christopher Bell. I think Christopher Bell is one of the better road course racers. Alex Bowman there. Definitely being Sterling, we're talking pre-show. Definitely one of the most underrated. If not racer, just road course racer. He's still, if anybody's into sports betting, he's still plus money for a top 10 on DraftKings. I got him at plus 200 pre-practice and qualifying, which I think is just absolutely crazy. Now, unless he gets into, like, we'll get into the points here, but unless he gets to be points racing and gets shuffled back, then I could see. But I just think them odds are crazy.
Yeah, I like him for his group on DraftKings too.
Yep. Me and Sterling made that bet also. So, we got Busher. Busher, for some reason, I mean, he does have two top tens, but those road course finishes aren't as good as what we're normally used to seeing.
No, but even with their down year, he's still the overall best average finish on road courses.
Yeah. McDowell looks pretty good other than the 32nd. If you take that out, it's pretty much top five, top 10, top five. Like, that's not terrible. Ty Gibbs, he's another one plus money on DraftKings. I think I got him plus money for a top 10 or plus 150 for a top 10 pre-practice qualifying. I think he's like plus 110 or something now, so not
He's
as much.
minus 120 for a top 10 now.
Minus 120. Okay. Yeah, I
Plus
got him.
285 for a top 5, which I wouldn't be afraid of.
No. And then look at Kyle Busch's stats here, Sterling. This is a guy we were talking about pre-practice qualifying 5th, 10th, and 5th. That's not terrible. Byron, of course. Brad K looks like he's kind of turning it around. Denny Hamlin, which Denny Hamlin does have a win at Watkins Glen, but and then Dinger, which Dinger, it's kind of surprising. He really hasn't done much at road courses.
Now it's been a down year for him.
Yeah. Ryan Priest I think Ryan Priest is kind of an underrated guy at road courses. But
Yeah, and
unfortunately, he
he's
kind of qualified 17th, so I don't know how interested I'm in on him at 17th, but
no, but he's a guy that he's gonna have to do something different, or like he pretty
I
much needs a win.
he does. Yeah, I absolutely agree. John Hunter, Justin Haley, Ryan Blaney. This makes me not want to play Ryan Blaney at all. Gillen, which Gillen I'm sure we will get to. I'm trying to see here. Ty Dillon. Oh, and then we got another page over here. Next gen road course races. So, this is kind of nice, Sterling. This is actually really nice. So this is all the road courses in the next gen era. So Justin Haley was a 21st. Chase Elliott was a
I didn't
10th.
realize I didn't sort that before I sent it to you.
Oh, you're all right. We're gonna go through here and just look at the Chris Buescher with a 8.7.
Yeah, I got it sorted on my screen. He's in order of average overall. It's
Okay.
Busher, Elliott, Reddick, Bell, SVG, Byron, McDowell, Cindric, which is kind of a surprise to me.
Okay.
Chastain and Bowman. That's the top 10.
Okay.
Bush would be 11th. So
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, he's kind of one of those that I don't know. I feel like he's the solo dart kind of throw. Old Kyle Busch. So
yeah,
yeah, all right. Let me pull up practice here, your practice chart, Sterling. I think for a second, but I am going to pull up your.
I can now, yeah.
Okay, I knew I froze there for a second. So, uh, is this all?
You
Okay,
must be
so
on page 2, so.
oh yeah, overall lap rankings. Here we go. Now we're there. Okay, so do we want to just go driver by driver right now?
Yeah. It
Let's do it.
should be sorted by price, so.
Yep, it is. Like I said, Sterling does a great job with these charts as always. I believe you'll probably throw this in the Discord, so anybody that's not in the Discord definitely can get in the Discord for free. We talk a lot of racing. We talk a lot of DFS. There's some dirt racing we talk about. Obviously, we're talking about the Knoxville Nationals. There's a lot of great DFS minds in there. I can't say that enough. So everybody contributes. I mean, you can even come and be a fly on the wall. Most of the time, I'm a fly on the wall, especially when it comes to Xfinity and trucks. I'm not as knowledgeable on Xfinity and trucks, so I rely on a lot of those guys and whatever they say. So, but yeah, I'll post a link in the comments section after this video is posted. So anybody that wants to join, come in, say hi, and you can talk to Sterling, myself. Like I said, there's a lot of DFS masterminds in there. So, but we'll just go ahead and start at the top. SVG 12-7. Starting second, it looked like his practice is kind of human. Sterling doesn't look like the SVG of the ass kicking. So
Yeah, and gotta throw out real quick that Group A did have faster track conditions, so the fact
okay,
that he wasn't the fastest overall is kind of scary.
yeah. So I know me and Sterling were talking pre-show. I think I am on the team fade SVG. I think you can build a more balanced lineup without him. Sterling, I know you have some. I can't argue. I mean, having some just because he could come out
It's
here and if he comes out here and leads 60 laps, I think he takes the lead from Blaney probably in the first lap, if not within the first 5 laps. And I mean, he very well could lead stage one and then find the lead again and lead 60 laps of this thing. And if he does, guess what? Like, he's probably, winning you money. But
yeah, I think it's hard to be a full fade on him, but I am absolutely going to be under the field.
yep. Just out of curiosity, do you have any projections on ownership?
I can probably find something real quick. Yeah, seeing him at like slightly over 50%, which
Wow.
is kind of where I expected him to be, like 50 to 60. I don't,
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
closer to 50 rather than 60, but still.
Yeah. 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 I agree. Like I said, like Sterling said, it's hard to be a full fade. I'll probably be close if not full, but
I, I like, I think that's the right move, honestly.
I do.
I
I do
just,
too. I think if you play SVG, you're gonna play some of these place differential guys, and it's gonna be hard. I mean, fortunately you can go down to like a Catherine Leg or something like that, but I just think you can build just with the place differential and stuff. I think you could build a more balanced lineup and save the $2,500 going down to a Kyle Larson. So without any delay, next up we got Kyle Larson starting 27th. He is 10,200. Looks like his practice was definitely a top 10-ish car. Looked like a little bit of fall off there. We don't know what he was doing. Like, just could have just been doing some playing with lines or something like that. But other than that, it looked like he had a pretty fast car. Starting 27th. He is starting in the back, but we do see road courses where, like, obviously they flip the field a lot and stuff like that. So I don't know. I hope they can pass today, Sterling.
yeah, I'm actually going to be pretty light on Kyle Larson. He, like, he's really struggled to finish road courses this year, and in general, he's kind of struggled on road courses. He did have the 2 wins last year, but
Yeah,
there's cheaper guys with very similar upside that I just
yeah.
would rather go to them.
I can't really argue that. Kyle Larson, I mean, he did finish second at the Brickyard, but other than that, he's been kind of quiet.
Yeah, and then with the Zillage situation, I feel like that's just going to skyrocket Larson's ownership.
Yep, yep, I agree. So I can't really hate you for fading him because I mean that's how you get different. I mean he's probably going to be over 60% owned. I wouldn't be shocked if he comes in over 60% owned. So that's one way to get completely different.
Seeing him projected right around 40, so
Uh Jeez, I wouldn't be surprised if he isn't higher, especially with the Zillich news.
I feel like almost every lineup is going to start with at least one of him or SVG. So if you fade both, you're
Yep,
automatically going to be extremely different.
yep. Next up, Christopher Bell starting ninth, 9,800. Definitely didn't have the practice. Like you said, he was in Group B. But let's see. I'm just out of curiosity. How was he in Group B? And it didn't even look like he was one of the fastest in Group Bs, but he is one of the better road course racers. Obviously, we saw on Sterling's first chart there that he's one of the best ones. So like I don't know how much I really put into his practice. I mean, obviously he showed us on road courses that he can get it done. Winning Coda, and so his team's kind of been the same as Larson. Like of course Larson has his like mistakes, quote unquote, that he kind of you know steps on his own dick or whatever they all say. But Christopher Bell's team just kind of just hasn't been his team's been quiet, is what I'm trying to say, Sterling. So what are you? I think Bell's a great GPP play. Like I'll probably sprinkle him in a few places. I don't think I'm playing him in cash or anything like that. But where are you at on Bell?
I'm I'm probably going to be like 25ish% on him. Like the speed kind of scares me, but he
Yeah,
did run the truck race and actually had a pretty decent show winning it a bit, and that was in Friesen's truck, so lesser equipment than what Heim had.
yeah,
But I mean, he's just been so consistent on road courses, and we've all known for a while that he's been one of the better road course guys. So, like I said,
yeah.
speed scares me, but I think he can overcome that and be a difference maker.
I do too. I had to quit watching the truck race. Did Heim end up winning that?
He did. I had to go
Okay.
back and double check, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so next up, William Byron, 9,500, starting 10th. Definitely looks like he arguably had the best car. Like you said, he was in Group B, which was a slower group. That is one thing I noticed when I looked at these practice charts before you came on. Looks like William Byron might be the car to beat.
I think in practice he was hands down the best car. And if you look at his averages and whatnot, he's been pretty consistent. And I think Byron is my favorite play on the slate.
Yeah, that's just by looking at the practice charts and obviously the previous road course races results. I couldn't agree more. I think Byron's probably my lock. Um, and yeah, going from there. But obviously, no Connor Zilic this week. Like I said, hopefully he heals. I mean, that's a huge blow to that team. They're just withdrawing that car.
Yeah,
Um,
he was going to be my lock for sure. But
oh yeah, yeah, and yeah, hopefully, yeah, hopefully he heals up good. I mean, he is definitely the top prospect probably in all of NASCAR. So, like you said, at least he has his Cup ride locked in. He didn't really need today, or he doesn't really need the Xfinity Championship. He's not fighting for anything, so it'd be cool to win one, but you know.
Yeah.
So next up we got Chase Elliott, starting 20th, 9100. It looks like he was in B, but looked like he had top 10ish times there. Let's see. I'm going to go to this chart here and see where his times were in the group. Yeah, it looks like he was one of the top cars there. I think he's a great pivot off of Larson. I mean, you could probably, play him and Larson together, but I think if you want to, make a lineup without Larson, I think Elliott's probably the way to do it. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely.
So, I mean, I wouldn't be afraid of playing them together, and I probably will have some lineups where I play them together. But, yeah,
Oh,
I don't. I think Elliott's probably one of my top 5 plays. I think my lineups will definitely start with, like I said, I think William Byron's in my log. I think a lot of lineups will start with William Byron, and then I'll probably sprinkle in some Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson, and then sprinkle in some Bell.
yeah, it's outside of Chicago. He's been a top 4 car in every road course, and he ran
Yeah.
into some issues at Chicago. So,
Yeah, I think it's one of those. I mean, we'll talk about Chris Buescher, but I think it's just one of those where I think you're going to have a little bit of everybody in this 9K range. I don't. I
yeah,
agree. I do agree with you that Byron's my favorite play, but I think it's one of those where you want to mix and match. Maybe play 2 of them, maybe play 3 of them in a couple lineups, and then I think I'll play everybody in this 9K range a little bit, but Byron's definitely my top favorite.
yeah. Because I think you could get away with making a group of Bell, Byron, Busher, and having at least one of those guys. I could see you having 2, and
Yeah.
3's kind of a stretch, but I did build a couple like that.
Yes. I couldn't agree more. 3, I know I did say 3. Threes, you're gonna have some punts, but you can get away with it. But yeah, Busher starting 12th. Like I said, he's probably one of the best road course racers. He did win this race last year, outdueling SVG. So Busher knows how to get around here. He was in the Truck Series race, so not really much to say about Busher. So
Now,
he's
in practice, he had SVG in front of him, and he was kind of pulling him in at points. So I
okay.
I actually think Busher could potentially be the car to beat.
All right. Well, that's good to know. I think, I think I'll definitely have some more Busher. I didn't get a chance to watch practice, so
And
I
I'm
didn't.
definitely not afraid of pairing Byron and Busher.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing. I don't hate that either. So next up we got Tyler Reddick. We got the 8K range. We got Tyler Reddick starting 21st. He was in Group B, so then practice times are kind of skewed. Let's see how he looked. Even in separate Group Bs, he didn't look good, but like Sterling said, he is a road course guy. He does have the place differential. And according to that last chart we looked at, it looks like Tyler Reddick, still kind of has it. So,
Yeah, he's probably my biggest question mark on the slate because this season he's been, I want to say, third overall consistent wise. But then when you look at practice, it's like, like he did not show anything in practice.
no. No, I couldn't agree more. I think he's the question mark. Like you want to trust him, but this whole season with him, he just hasn't been the same Tyler Reddick.
Now, which makes me lean a little more towards this guy below.
Yep. I couldn't agree more. Ty Gibbs, he's been one of my favorite top 10 bets of the past how many weeks that I've been betting top 10 odds. He's always plus money, and he's got Chris Gabehart working for him right now. So one of the best crew chiefs out there. Obviously, Denny Hamlin's old crew chief. Starting 14th, using Group A. Didn't look the greatest. Let's see where. Yeah, it looks like he about an eighth place car in that group. So not the best, but we know Ty Gibbs is a road course racer. So I think I'm gonna have some Ty Gibbs.
Yeah, that's what's he look like in the points? Do you have that up?
Yep, I can pull it up 2 seconds. He is in 19th minus 87, so
So he
he's
needs a win.
gonna need a win. So that's why I like that top 10 bet because he's not points racing. He needs a win.
Yeah, and I keep thinking back to the Mexico race where he was hands down the only guy that had anything for
Yeah,
SVG.
yeah, he did. So, yeah, I think starting 14th, I don't think he's going to have a lot of ownership. I could be wrong on that. People might garner him, but I don't think he'll garner much. But I like Ty Gibbs, so I think I'm going to have some of that.
Their projections I see have him around 15%, which I like that a lot.
I do too. I'm definitely going to be over 15%. I can say that. So next up, we got Chase Briscoe starting third, 8,500. Practiced in Group B, and other than these kind of couple laps, it didn't look like he had a bad car. Let's look see where he was in that group. Briscoe.
So in this group, he had the overall fastest lap, which is
Okay,
interesting.
that is interesting. So I don't think I'm gonna get there that often, Sterling, but I can't really fault you if you do. But I don't think I'm gonna get there. How do you feel about Briscoe?
It's I think we ought to just group the next three guys together
Yep,
here: Briscoe,
yep,
McDowell, Chastain.
yep. I
I
think that's kind of dead man's land.
I'm opposite of that, honestly. I think one of these guys ends up helping you take something down.
Okay, okay. I definitely, I can see it. Yeah, it's just hard to think which one does it.
That's I wouldn't really want to play them all like any of them together, but I do
No,
think one of these guys is gonna have a pretty high scoring day. Nothing crazy, but I think they're a good way to be different. And I think Briscoe, we could see an outside chance that he gets the lead out of turn one, depending on how Blaney and SVG play.
yeah, yeah. I don't think McDowell would be a bad play. We definitely saw his averages as far as the road course finishes. He had two top fives, so if he can run around, third or fourth, I don't think that would be bad. Ross Chastain, we've seen him win road courses. I don't hate your theory.
That's all three of these
I don't at
guys.
all.
They've won on road courses. They've been
Yep.
consistent on road courses. It's just my main thing is they're not going to be very high owned at all. So
Right, right. And I definitely get that. I don't hate that strategy. It's just the floor is very very low with them. So the risk is high, but the reward could be even higher. So, but I think they're all the same plays. Or anything you want to say about any one of them in particular?
not really. I mean, I think
I
McDowell's
don't
probably
either.
my favorite just because he has a
Yep,
slightly safer floor, but
yep, yeah. That's what I was. That's what I said.
it
I
is
kind
worth
of
noting
out of
that
all of them.
McDowell ran Xfinity, Chastain ran trucks. So, and Chastain
Yep.
actually had a shot. He led the truck race for a little bit, but I can't remember what happened to that truck. Maybe a fuel pump or something. I can't remember what they said.
Hmm. All right. Well, next up we got AJ Allmendinger, 8,200. I'm not gonna lie to you, Sterling. I was all on Allmendinger, and then I saw your first chart there that you had all of his results this year, and I don't know. He has great Watkins Glen finishes, but I just don't know if AJ Allmendinger is the AJ Allmendinger of, like last year where he just dominates.
Yeah, that's. I think I ended up playing a fair amount of them, probably more than I originally intended to. But his practice obviously didn't look good, and he was one of the few guys that was on the
No.
radio. He was saying that the right rear kept bottoming out, and the crew chief just flat out said that he didn't even know how to fix that. So, which kind of
Yeah.
makes me think I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if he has to just completely change things and go to the rear. But
Yeah. Like I said, going into this, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna like Allmendinger was. I'm not gonna lie, it was probably a lock for me. And then I looked at his practice, looked at his results, and I'm like, man, I don't think I can get there now.
the thing that really sucks is last year he finished 36 here, but in
But he
23,
got spun.
yeah, I can't remember what
Yeah,
happened last year.
one of them, one of the races, he got spun out on lap one and made his way back up, and then I think it was last year, he spun out on lap one, worked his way back up the fourth, and then had issues and finished 36. But other than that, he's been top five every single Watkins
He
Glen
finished
race.
fourth and second in the other two.
I know man, Sterling, I don't know. I like I said, he was a lock. Now, looking at his results and road courses this year, he hasn't been that good.
No, I'm trying to go back and see.
Yeah, I mean, we can next gen road courses. Allmendinger, okay, so Mexico 13th, Chicago. He did finish sixth in Chicago. Sonoma 18th, Coda 30th, which obviously something probably happened. So 2025 just has not been, other than the sixth place finish, we will give him that. But other than that, it really hasn't been AJ Allmendinger. So is it colleague equipment? Is it something there? I don't know.
And so I was trying to ask Chat GPT what happened to him last year, and it's confusing the fuck out of me.
Let me see. I know he had some sort of mechanical issue. AJ Allmendinger, latest. I know I
Transmission
fantasy
last
rate.
year.
Yep. And that's like I know I always keep saying that with Allmendinger, but like um it just always seems like there's something mechanical that always goes wrong with his cars.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was 2022 Sterling. Here's the iFantasy Race tweet, which if anybody doesn't follow iFantasy Race, he does throw out some great info, so he's a great follow on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, it's at iFantasy Race. But in 2022, he finished second, but he got spun on lap two, and he worked his way back up to second. So,
Yeah, he's obviously a guy that can get the most out of his car and figure out what they got going on. So I'm not afraid of him, obviously, but I also don't feel as good about it as I once did.
yes, I'll agree with you there. And then next up, we got Denny Hamlin starting 22nd, 8,100. I think I'd rather play Dinger than Hamlin. I think I'd trust Dinger more than Hamlin
Yeah,
here.
absolutely.
So, uh, yeah, really nothing there. I don't think I'm gonna have any Hamlin. So Ryan Blaney starting first, starting on the pole, 7,900. I do not personally trust Blaney.
No, that's
I
I did play one, maybe two lineups with him in my 20 max, but he's not someone I can sit here and tell you, oh yeah, play him.
no, I'm kind of. He was pre-practice qualifying plus 350 for a top 10. So I don't know if his speed translates to a top 10, but that would have been a hell of a bet. If I would have felt really good about that if I would have thrown $25 on it or something, and
And then
you know,
it's really a short stage. It's 20 laps for
yeah,
stage one. So like even if he goes out and leads this whole stage and finishes 10th or
yeah,
something, I don't think that's enough.
no, no, I don't either. I don't either.
Like that wouldn't
So
even account for the points he would lose for place differential. So
I am kind of curious. What are you seeing as far as ownership on him?
mm, what the fuck is he? 12% is what I see.
Oh
So
man,
like that,
that's crazy.
I think that's probably fairly accurate, and that makes me
Yeah,
okay with taking a couple shots. But
yeah, yep. I'm not going any more than
that's
15%.
out.
Yeah,
I'll probably be right around there.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So next up, we got Alex Bowman starting 7,800. Looked like he had a fairly decent practice. He was in that Group B, and so him putting up, top five, top 10 numbers in Group B, not bad. I definitely like Alex Bowman starting 7,800. Sterling, what do you think?
I I I'm torn between these next two guys because
I know.
they're kind
Yeah,
of
I would not play these next two guys together, but I do also like
like
these next two guys.
if this was a different road course, I could see playing both these guys together. But I feel like there's going to be slightly more passing here than we typically see on these.
Yeah,
But I feel like these are another play similar to McDowell and Chastain and Busher or not Busher Bush. God damn Briscoe. That's what I'm trying to say. But
yeah,
I don't think I would play these guys with either of those guys. But I do feel like it's a good way to get different.
yeah. I agree. Like I said, I do like Bowman, but I also like Kyle Busch. I think obviously we know Kyle Busch. I come in here every week and say, "Oh, I'm going to let Kyle Busch beat me," but we did see Kyle Busch flash at Coda. I mean, last week both of their cars were pretty fast at Iowa. I don't want to say they flipped a switch and brought fast cars overnight, but I don't know. I mean, Kyle Busch does have wins at Watkins Glen. If there was a chance for Kyle Busch to get a win, obviously we know Daytona he could win too, but I wouldn't be surprised if they don't throw the kitchen sink at this.
Yeah, I think this is probably their best shot. Well, I guess we got Richmond next week, and that's RCR's playground in a sense. So
Yeah, yeah. So I'm definitely in on Kyle Busch. Like I said, I am on Alex Bowman too. Definitely do not play both of them together.
I w- no,
I'm not.
I wouldn't do
I'm
that. But I
nope.
was gonna say I do think between Briscoe, McDowell, Chastain, Bowman, and Bush, one of these guys top five, and I think gets enough fastest laps and whatnot that you end up wanting to have them.
Yep. I agree. I agree. Next up, we got Ryan Preece. Starting 17th, definitely has. Uh, I think if I remember right, I think he had like a 13th place finish or something here last year.
I
Um,
got that
I think he had it.
separated, so I'll look real quick.
I think
Ninth
he had a
last year,
decent.
17th in
Oh, ninth.
2023.
Okay, so yeah, he definitely knows how to get around here. We saw his car be really slow last week at Iowa, which we thought he would be better. He did luck into that finish. That was definitely not the car or him doing that. But this week he comes out and practices shitty again. I don't know how I feel about Ryan Preece. Starting 17th, he's one of those guys that like I might have a sprinkle on, but definitely do not go overboard.
No, he's definitely all right being left in your player pool, but I don't
Yes.
expect a huge score out of him, and I do actually kind of have a feeling that Bowman or Bush outscore him, and that makes me want to look at those guys' ownership real quick.
Now I do want to throw out that Priest is 17th in the points. He is minus 23 to Busher, also his teammate. But if we get another winner today, basically then Busher's out, and Priest then would move to 18th. So like, I don't want to say Priest needs to win because if we get 3 non-new winners, Priest could still point his way in. But Priest is definitely like needing a win. So he could be on that strategy, kind of like Kyle Busch, where like they just throw something on the last stop and they try gambling, which could backfire for DFS, or it could, you know,
Or
if he finishes top 5 on strategy, then you absolutely want him.
I don't know what the fuel window is, but we could see someone like stay out stage 1, pit mid stage 2, or vice versa. But that's
Yeah,
the thing I hate the most anymore about racing is the strategies.
I know. Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. I know we were talking there, and it does suck. I mean, strategy's been a part of racing like forever. But I just think with this new car and the lack of passing, I just think strategy becomes more of a play because that's the only way you're gonna go from 20th to 10th is strategy. You're not gonna. You could have the fastest car and you're stuck in
Now,
traffic.
when the fastest car is only 3 tenths faster than last place, and last place is Cody Ware,
Yeah.
you got some fucking issues.
Yep. Exactly. Yep. We could talk all day about this. It's disgusting when Iowa you see
Which I think
uh
could be a
who was
fucking
a
great track if we had a better car.
Oh yeah, yep. Well, I mean, we saw Byron catch the tail end of the field and struggled to get around Daniel Swart. Was it Swart or
Gregson.
who kept giving him Gregson? Yeah, could not get around Gregson. It's like,
It's
come
one of
on,
these
this
days we
is
need to get a group of people and we'll get like 4 or 5 of us in here and go live and just shit on NASCAR's Cup car.
yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, we could probably talk about this for the full hour and probably have 5 shows of it.
Yeah,
So. But yeah, we'll keep going. Next up, we got Joey Logano starting 11th. Not really known for his road course race. It looked like he had a decent practice, but I think if you're playing Joey Logano, I think I'll say it again. You're playing him for Paul Wolf. I mean,
I think if you're playing Jerry Logano, you should go ahead and send me a head-to-head.
yeah, yeah, definitely do not play Joey Logano in cash, but yeah, it's one of those where if you want to try to be different in the $20, whatever, because we do know Paul Wolf and he somehow has a golden horseshoe sometimes. I don't hate it. I'm not gonna do it personally, but I don't hate it.
No, I can't do
Um,
it, but I am convinced they somehow hide fuel in that car.
yeah, exactly. So every week it seems like, oh, there's Joey Logano. Yep. They said he can make it. So next up we got Carson Hocevar starting 8,7,400.
Honestly,
He had a good run. He had a good run here last year.
I was just gonna say honestly, the next like handful of drivers I just have no interest in. Like I think you
Yeah,
could make a
yeah. I think
very
I think Hocevar I think's a great. Oh, I don't think I'm
the
gonna get there.
price
I can't
makes
even
it
say he's a great.
questionable. Like you could group him in with the other top 10 guys that are cheap. But I
Yeah,
just
I don't think I'm gonna get there, and I don't think I'm gonna get there on Cindric. You're right. I'm not gonna play any Daniel Suarez, and I'm not playing any Brad Keselowski.
now and I can't
Are you playing any
now
Bubba?
it's honestly I think it's in Bubber's best interest to points race today.
Yep. So I am not playing any of those guys from Hocevar to Wallace. Gilliland, starting 28th. He is priced up. That was the first thing I noticed was like, oh man, he's priced up to 6,700. He is a decent road course racer though, so it is warranted. But I think if I need to go to the Bubba Hocevar range, I think I'm dropping down to Gilliland.
Absolutely. I played a fair amount of Galen, actually.
Yeah,
He
I hope that price scares some people off, but I mean he looked like he had a top 15 car ish in practice, so
he's
and he
projected for
is he
slightly under 20%, which is a little more than I expected.
yeah, I could see Gillen getting a top 20 here and definitely giving you a fair amount of
He has
points.
finished 16th, 11th, and then 38th in the last 3 here.
Yeah.
And then this year he has finished 22nd, 38th, 22nd, and 10th. So I feel like,
Okay.
let's just say 20th. So we're looking at like 31 points minimum, I feel like.
Yep. Yep, which is that would be 5x around. So yeah, I don't mind the Gillen play. I think that's going to be my favorite in that range from Gillen to
Would be
Osavar.
4.6 value, which is good enough.
Okay. Yeah. John Hunter Nemechek. Any interest there? I don't. I think. I think my favorite play is Gillen.
He's actually really shocked on road courses this year. Like he was fast at Mexico, 15th at Chicago, struggled at
Okay.
Sonoma, 22nd at Coda. But if you look back, he finished 21st here last year. Looking through in
Which
general, he was pretty shitty last year on road courses. So the price and starting position make him interesting. But I think
I remember. I do remember last year. Like nobody could pass. Like remember like Spire like qualified like all top five and then like just ran all top five the whole
it's
race.
I honestly built a couple that I think my entire build is inside the top 15.
Yeah, and I don't hate that because I think it was last year here. It was like I don't know. You had like Hocevar that just ran up there the entire day. I believe Zane Smith was it Zane Smith that had
I
like a
think
top
so,
10 or
yeah.
something like that.
It's
Like I just
such a
remember.
high speed road course that it just makes it
Yeah,
hard to pass in this car.
right. So yeah, I don't hate it. I don't hate the John Hunter Nemechek
Yeah,
play.
Zane finished fifth.
Obviously,
Hosvar finished third.
I thought so. Yeah, I remember that race because I was like, oh yeah, you can't play Zane Smith, can't play Hocevar, and then like they just ran there the entire race, and I was like,
That's what
wow,
scares me
that
with
was
Larson. Like I think he
I know.
struggles to get to 10th. Like I think 15th is more close to his ceiling than I would like to admit.
Yeah, and I believe I could be wrong on this. I believe his top 10 odds was plus
If
money.
his top 10 odds are plus money, you fucking
Oh no, it's minus 140. I could have swore I saw it at plus money at one point, but I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But I mean, I could see him running, like you said, running 17th and completely getting pissed and trying to overdrive the car and do like old Hung Money does and step on his dick. And
I honestly, I have a feeling that that's what we see today. He can't get going, gets too aggressive, and takes himself out.
yeah, I mean, I will say Cliff Daniels is one of the best like crew chiefs to calm him down most of the
And
time.
I
But
do want to point out, like, don't fall into the trap of, oh, he was fast at Mexico with all those fastest laps. They were, what, 30 laps down or something and said, fuck it, we're going to put a
yes,
qualifying
yep,
setup in and just go for the
yep.
fastest lap bonus points, which they did.
I, yep. I remember that because everybody afterwards, I was listening to podcasts and everybody was like, "Yeah, that's bullshit. You should have to be on the lead lap." And I'm like, I mean, good for
It's
Cliff
strategy.
Daniels. Is I think, yeah, I think Cliff Daniels is one of the underrated. I don't know if he's underrated, but I definitely like Cliff Daniels as a crew chief. He definitely thinks. I would have never thought of that. I would have just I would have loaded the car up and said, "All
Yeah,
right,
I mean, honestly, at one point I was like, why the fuck is this douchebag even on the track at this point? And then they announced that, and I was like,
yeah,
oh, that's pretty smart.
yeah, yes, it is." Eric Jones, I don't know. Sterling, are you in
I
on Eric
can't do it. If
Jones?
you look at his road
I
course
can't either.
finishes, and it sucks because I bet you at some point this motherfucker is going to be top 15 somehow. But then he's going to
Yep.
spin himself or get spun. It's just, he can't finish on road courses for some reason.
Yep. I was honestly gonna say the same thing, but I was like, I didn't know if you had something that you were gonna talk me into it, but I don't have anything to talk myself into it. Josh Berry, starting 24, 6,200. He is not a guy that I think of when I think of road courses. Being in Group B didn't look that bad. Let me see where he was as far as his
He
group.
finished 13th at Sonoma, but outside of that, he has not done shit.
But I mean, as far as like his actual group, like it looks like he was top 10ish in his group. So I don't know. I don't think I'm in on him, but I think it's an intriguing play.
It's I'm so far I have not got to him. I kind of
Yeah.
originally expected to get a couple of them, but it's just hard. Like I would honestly rather go down and play Ricky Stenhouse or obviously Gillen or even John Hunter Nemechek. I don't see myself getting to Josh Berry. I think everyone else is going to look at that same way. So if you just want to take a random shot specifically to be different, you could, but I don't think it's really a smart idea.
I think if I want to take a random shot on a guy, I think it's going to be Austin Dillon. And I want to say he finishes here. I want to say he finished like 12th or 13th.
Here
I'm going to look.
specifically,
I think so. No,
Austin
maybe.
Dillon, he's been terrible here. 28th, 31st. He did have a 17th in 2022.
Okay.
And he's
Okay.
been
Never mind
ass
then. No
this
Austin Dillon.
year.
Never mind. Yeah, I don't know who I was thinking of, but definitely wasn't Austin Dillon then. I don't know. I just thought with the way he ran last week, maybe he brought some momentum this week. And I thought last year he finished like 12th or 13th. So I was like,
You might be thinking
he
Gregson
definitely.
because he finished 11th.
I might be, but yeah. So never mind. I'm not playing Austin Dillon, but Noah Gregson starting 36th. Definitely didn't look like he had a good car in practice. So Sterling,
He has,
man, he has been ass
yes,
all year.
and specifically on road courses. He finished 8th at Coda, but outside of that, his best finish this year was 30th.
Yeah, I think if I'm playing anybody in this range, I think I'm playing the next two guys. Ricky Stenhouse. Ricky Stenhouse does have a couple decent finishes here. Am I correct in saying
Finished,
that?
he must have wrecked last year, which I think I remember that. But 13th in 23 and 15th in 2022.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, maybe I got him and Dylan. I don't know. Maybe I was kind of thinking Dylan too, but yeah. So Stenhouse has some good finishes. Obviously, his practice was, I mean, didn't look
And
horrible. I
for
don't I
being
don't want to
Group
say
A, he should have looked a lot better than what he does.
he should have. He should have. So I don't know. I'll probably have a little bit of Ricky. I definitely like this next guy, and that's Justin Haley, 5,700, starting 23rd. I don't know if he had a clean track. That's what I kind of wish I would have watched practice now looking at this. I mean, I don't know if I can go back and watch it, but like he might have had a clear track where the other guys kind of didn't. I don't
Him
know.
and McDowell were both the fastest in that group. And it's
Okay.
just Cam Fan and I talked about this quite a bit last night. He obviously was in Group A. We know Group A was faster, but the consistency, you cannot fake that consistency.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I clicked on him a lot. I think he's the best play down in this slate or this range.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely agree. I think ownership will probably gear towards him because obviously I think a lot of people will look at that, but I do not. I don't mind playing him. Hopefully, the 23rd kind of scares some people off. But I think if he finishes, like, let's say he finishes 17th, does he get 4.5 to 5 times value?
I want to say 32 points. So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yes, it does. Next up, Zane Smith, starting 5,600 or starting 34th, 5,600. His practice, he was in Group A. I mean,
Just real
20s
quick
is,
on
I don't
Haley. If
know.
he finished 17th, that'd be 35 points, which is like 6.2x.
Wow, and I could definitely see that. So, any interest in Zane Smith, Sterling?
I I don't think he struggled to finish this year. He did finish fifth or 14th at Chicago, but outside of that, he was far more consistent last year. Top 20 in every single road course. So if you want to look back at that, you could. But I just practice didn't look good. It's it's hard to really want to get to him. Like I think these next three guys are all pretty much same play, and if you have to get down here,
Yes.
honestly, I feel better about Ty Dillon.
Yeah, I do too. I'm going to let you talk about Ty Dillon, Sterling. I'm going to be right
All
back.
right, we seen Ty look pretty damn good in the Mexico race. Actually, I can't remember what happened, but he ended up wrecking out at some point. Finished 33rd there. He finished 20th at Chicago, 17th at Sonoma, struggled with a 28th at Coda. Didn't really race any road courses last year. 23, he was a pretty bad car, actually. And then 2022, he was like a top 20 car at every road course. So, looking back specifically at the Glen, he finished 34th in 23 and 16th in 22. So, I don't feel bad at all about playing Ty Dillon. Old Cam Fan and I were debating Ty Dillon and Cole Custer last night. So we'll look at Custer's. Glen finishes here. He was 28th and 23, 11th and 22. But this year, finished 8th at Mexico, 33rd Chicago, then 23rd at Sonoma and the Glen. And then he hasn't really ran road courses since 2022. In 2022, he was like easily a top 20. Three of those races, he was top 15. So wouldn't be afraid of Cole Custer over Ty Dillon. Can't play them both, but I think I lean more Ty Dillon. Practice shows you should probably lean Cole Custer though.
Yeah, yeah, if you got to get down to this 5K range, I do like Stenhouse, Haley, and I think what you're going to start to say, you like Ty Dillon.
Yeah, it's I went over Ty Dillon and Cole Custer. I think Ty Dillon's my favorite, just because I think he's going to be
Yeah.
slightly less around. But practice
Yeah.
shows Custer should be the guy. But Custer hasn't he finished 8th at Mexico, hasn't done a whole lot in the other ones. Then he hasn't really ran a road course since 2022. And 2022, he was pretty consistent, like top 20, three races, he was top 15. So
Yeah, it's just It is hard to trust Cool Custer, but I don't hate it. I mean, his practice was definitely there. I mean, it looks like he was a top 20 car in practice. He was in Group A, but if he can get to 23rd, holy hell.
Yeah, that's I could see some double punts, and I think you're gonna have
Yes.
like for sure. My lock down here is Justin Haley, but
Yeah.
I think the next three guys behind him are pretty similar. Like I said, Ty Dillon's my favorite. I don't have any interest in
Yep.
Riley Herbst. I think
I don't
Josh
either.
Bilicki and JJ Yelly, I don't think they finished the race, which I think makes Catherine Legg actually somewhat interesting if you are spending up, like you're not playing her and leaving salary.
Yeah, I know. We were kind of talking about her pre-show, and I definitely wish like you could bet top 20 on some site because I bet the odds would be like I don't know plus 500, plus 400, and if there's carnage, which like we said pre-show, Sterling, the every race, the truck race, Xfinity race has been carnage. Now these Cup cars probably won't be, but I mean I she did finish 18th to one race. I mean, does she just ride around, pass a few cars here and there? I mean, if she gets to 30th, let's say, you
It's I
know,
think
I
I
don't,
think 30th is
I don't
actually
think that.
pretty realistic for her.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think 30th. I don't know if you have the calculator pulled up or you see what that is, but if she just doesn't wreck and she finishes 30th, I don't think that's a bad
I
play.
I don't either. I'm gonna double check it real quick, but I think that would be 20 points, which would be huge at that price.
Yeah, that would be over four times
Pull up your
value.
scoring map chart real quick. I forgot we had that pinned in Discord.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, 30th would be 20, 31st would be 17, 32nd would be 15, 33rd 13, 34th 11. So like
So
I think you can lock her in for like
yeah,
11 points.
yeah, yeah, and I don't
11
think
points
that's too.
obviously isn't a whole lot, but for what else
Yeah,
that allows you to do, I think it's enough.
yeah, exactly. So I don't mind that play. And correct me if I'm wrong, Sterling. She does come from a road racing semi background. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. She's like IndyCar or something like
Yep.
that. Maybe. Yeah, I thought
I
so.
I never really looked a whole lot into her, but I know
I
she does
haven't
come from
either.
IndyCar.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure. So, but yeah, so that is the driver by driver breakdown. Anything you want to add, Sterling?
Not really. I think we covered what we could.
Yeah, I think I'll just go over this real quick. I think, the driver matchups, if you're into sports betting, I do like the Alex Bowman over Kyle Busch. Alex Bowman's plus money. If you do think Kyle Busch, steps on his dick today and spins out.
Which
I was
seems to be pretty likely at times. So
Yes. A little farther down, AJ Allmendinger is plus money over Ryan Blaney. I mean, obviously, we know probably no offense to Ryan Blaney. I love Ryan Blaney, but I think the road racing talent of AJ Allmendinger outweighs the road racing talent of Ryan Blaney. But you know, so I don't mind that one for plus money. Was there any other ones that stuck out to you, Sterling?
no, I wasn't a whole lot of head to heads in general that I was a fan of. You pretty much covered the ones I thought were decent looking.
Now, if you think Larson gets stuck in traffic or steps on his dick, Ross Chastain's plus money against him.
I wouldn't be afraid of that at all, just because of their
No,
starting positions. I think it's going to be really hard for Chastain to let Larson get in front of him.
I couldn't agree more. So, but that'll do it, guys, for the drive-by-driver breakdown. We just wanted to go over that, and like I said, this nice practice chart here. Thanks to Sterling once again. Definitely, guys, get in the Discord, and we will see you guys next week at Richmond.
Hell